Hey folks, we're going resort shopping today. It's been a while since we did this. I think last time we were on one of the islands when we went resort shopping, but we've got some friends coming in a couple of weeks and I want to be able to recommend a resort. They told me to look around and I'm interested myself because we learn something every time we do this, that's for sure. Always something to learn. We see signs perpetually when we're riding around town. 300, 350, 400 baht, so in the neighborhood of 10, say to $15. I've always been curious what those rooms look like. Do they really have the room as advertised for as little as 10 bucks? And what does it look like? So we'll find that out and answer that question. And the real beauty in this is trying to find a value. And I think maybe, I think one of the properties I already know about is quite a value. We'll save that to the end because I did have some friends that stayed there and raved about the place. So that's one value, but I'm sure there's some others. And I think if we put our minds to it, we can find another value today. So let's hit the road.
So we're going to start out at this place. It's called Spicy Resort. I see their sign all the time, 350 baht. It's just a shade over 10 US dollars. Looks a little bit like a mom and pop resort here, but they are literally right across the street from the beach. So we'll go in, we'll see what's doing. Do they have the 350 baht per night room? And yes, they do. And here it is. Although what it does not have is air condition at that price. If you want air condition, you got to move up to a 500 baht a night room. But you get 2 fans, actually 3 because there's one on the wall as well. Rather a Spartan room, no TV, but there is a little patio out back. I thought that was a nice touch, and it's kind of quiet back there. The whole little enclave is quiet enough back there. The bathroom here again, very basic. So basic price, basic room, but very close proximity to the beach. There's a 7-Eleven, maybe about a 5 minutes walk. Not that close, but not too hateful. So the 500 baht a room looks, 500 baht a night room looks a lot better with a TV, with air conditioning. Looks a little bit more inviting. I don't know. I'm not sure our guests. This might be a little too Spartan for our guests. I think we'll look around and see what else we can find. But a lot of people just want a room to hang their hat. They're out all day, and that might fit the bill for somebody. So this one, I don't know, it looked kind of inviting, these little houses here. There's 2 different sizes of these. This is called Yalis House. Yalis. And the small houses here on the right, we'll take a peek into here. But it looks kind of new. Here again, very small, but I think a little bit more inviting than the last one. Air conditioned. He was it wasn't so forthcoming with the price. Finally had to yank it out of him. 800 baht a night. I thought that was a little bit much. It's better than the other room, but I don't know if it's worth over double. But the bathroom basic here again, just a small little house. There's a nice little picnic area, a little table outside of each house. And right there, that wall, that white wall, that's the side of a 7-Eleven, a brand new 7-Eleven. So very close. Couldn't get much closer to a 7-Eleven. And there's restaurants across the street beyond that. So, of course, behind the restaurants is the beach. So very good location. Maybe that's why the price is more. The bigger houses just have 2 beds. It's the same type of arrangement, but 2 beds in there and same 1 bathroom. So I don't know.
So all right, we've been to a couple, a low end, a medium end, with good location, both good locations, but different prices. But it's not always about the price. A lot of times it's more about the value and the experience. And I think that's what we have here. This is actually a rather expensive resort, but they have some specials. If you stay 2 nights here, it actually comes out to about the same price as the last place. It's 1,800 for 2 nights. So it's about 900 a night, but wait till you see what you get for 900. And that's what I'm talking about. A lot of times if you spend a little bit more, here just 100 baht more, $3 more, I think you'll see you get a whole lot more. So we'll go in here and take a look around. But it's a beautiful place. It's like a park back here and a couple different rooms to look at, plus sitting areas and fish pond, all sorts. 2 swimming pools, one modeled after the ocean.
So this is the Ohana Resort. And like I said, the special is if you're staying 2 nights, you can get both nights for 1,800 baht. That comes out to only 900 baht a night. So only marginally less than the little pink and purple yellow houses we just looked at. I found that nut or whatever. I thought it was some kind of coconut. I don't know what it was. Almost looked like a strawberry, but it's more of a nut. But let's see what's in here. I guess this is the bathroom. Look at that big deep shower, big deep well shower. This is a very nicely appointed room. This is something that you would see on one of the islands or something. A room of this nature in a resort like this would be a couple thousand baht. So, and I think that might be the standard price. But safety box, very nice, comfortable bed. Nice towels, TV, mini bar, all that kind of stuff for only about 900 a night if you stay 2 nights. If you even want something better than that, they have more luxurious rooms overlooking the lagoon. I call it the lagoon. It's a swimming pool. It's kind of like a beach swimming pool, but this is their deluxe room. This is more like 3,000 baht a night, and they only give you 10% off for multiple nights. So, but you overlook the lagoon, and you get this nice big soaking tub here. That's kind of shrouded by 2 little rooms. They have a little room for the toilet and a little room for the shower. So on either side of the tub there you go, these little closet rooms. Well, I don't know. I guess that's pretty nice. So I think the other room's a bargain, though. So that definitely, I think, is a value for today. And it always pays to walk up to the desk and ask, but you never know if they're having a special. This is another one we've ridden by and seen the signs. It kind of sits off the road. It's called Buang Bong. Here again, advertised at 350 baht. So we'll see. We'll put them to the test and see if they have that room and see what their 350 baht rendition of a room looks like. We are a little bit farther from the beach here. We are about a half kilometer from the beach. So, and ditto from a 7-Eleven. So, the location not as good. But wouldn't you know it, all the 350 baht per night rooms were sold out, and sold out for long-term rentals. And he had this room, this house. It's a whole house, actually, with a car park and a little patio. And it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with a kitchen and everything. And he has this, but he wants to rent it by the month. So I don't know. The more we looked around here, I don't know that his sign says he advertises for it per night. But when you get in there, he really wants to rent these houses or rooms. He's got a whole bunch of different type of accommodations. The place was a lot bigger back here than what I thought it was going to be. But he wants to rent these per the month. This was 8,000 baht for the month. You get a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, several beds, TV. I think that includes your electric and water, though, at that price. So not really maybe a resort. I think more of for long-term rentals. So if you're coming to the beach and staying for a month with a family or something, maybe that's what it's for. But I think in our case, for our guests, this wouldn't be acceptable at all. This isn't what they're looking for. But somebody might be looking for something like this. And of course, you could live there. You could just live there indefinitely for 8,000 baht a month, which is only 250 bucks or something. So not too bad for that. Anyway, let's go back and see if we can get back on track and find more of a traditional type resort. That's what this is all about. So we passed by the Kang Resort. They always have a sign out for 490 baht. So we're closer to 15 US dollars here. But I think this might be well be the closest swimming pool to the beach that we have here. Beautiful pool, and literally right behind that hedgerow is the beach. So, 490 baht a night. Let's see if they have that room. What would happen though here is they had the room, but the whole place is sold out because they're a big college or university has some kind of event here this evening. They've got a big pavilion right across from the lobby. They had some pictures of the room. There's their sign for they're having a special event here, in other words. So they didn't have time to go show us a room, but they do have the 490 baht per night room. There's the big pavilion thing. So they host events. I think that's another specialty. But it's in the back here. It's in that building on the top floor. Only the rooms on the 3rd floor. But I think still a little bit of a bargain with the pool and all that.
So last we're going to go to one that's a little over $10 a night, but I know it's quite a value because I've actually had friends that stayed there before and said you can't beat it for the price. But first, I thought we'd stop by and see what a tent costs. That's a glorified, glamorous tent, literally right across from the beach, just across the road and you're on the beach. And there's a cafe there, and it's kind of a different kind of place. We'll go inside the tent, and we'll see what that is and how much that costs. That's another option here.
So welcome to Cara de Beach, and I was really curious to see what one of these tents look like, but first, the lady said, well, why don't you look at the party house? This is what she called the party house here. Sleeping for 6, you get a whole big front terrace with barbecue grill and all. You've got all these beds in here. There's a full kitchen in here. Well, this is more like a bar area. In the back is actually like a real kitchen, almost like what a restaurant would have. Looks like you could cook hamburgers on the grill. And then a big dining room here with a table that almost looks big enough for the Last Supper. And the bathrooms are beyond that. They're in these little stalls. So for privacy, I guess you get a toilet and a shower all in these little stalls. If there's going to be multiple guests here, I guess that's how you stay in close quarters with a lot of people. But there's also a big rooftop deck, a terrace up there. You can climb those steps, and then there's another big area. So $4,500 a night. On the back of the terrace is just a couple cows grazing. Of course, in the front you have a view of the beach. So not too bad. For 6 people, or if you're going to have a party anyway, that might be a way to go. But the tent, what I was really wanted to look at, you do have a little front yard here with indoor-outdoor carpeting for your grass, and the tent has a proper door, and there it is. Not much in there, just a bed, a reasonably comfortable bed. The wigwam, you do have a refrigerator, you have a fan, you have air conditioning there. 1,500 baht a night. I don't know. It's right across from the beach. There's a coffee shop there. There's vendors right across the streets for food and things. But I don't know, 1,500 baht a night. I'm not sure. I think that's more of a novelty than a value. So it is something interesting. If you're tired of the same old room, then you could always try something like this, one of these more modern takes on a tent. But anyway, a short distance away, this is actually right around the corner from where we live, is Sharky Home. Sharky Home. Now, as I alluded to in the beginning, I had a friend who stayed here, and they raved about it. 400 baht a night, so you're looking at about $12 US. And I think from all the places we looked at, this is pretty squared away here. You got a nice clean room, TV, air conditioning, fan, refrigerator, chair, and there's a little chair and table outside on the little stoop patio. You can pull your car up or vehicle or whatever right up in front of your room. I think there's something to be said for that, so you don't have a very far long schlep with your luggage or anything like that. But the bathroom, this is simple but clean, affordable. It's definitely budget-minded. But I think for the price, it's hard to go wrong. And there's not a breakfast, but what they do have is coffee and toast in the morning, so I thought that was nice. And the parrot. The parrot kind of guards the place and apparently even tells you goodbye when you're ready to check out. So there you go. We definitely learned a couple things and I think found a couple good values. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Something else next time, but for this one, I'm going to have to go ahead and leave it off right here.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.